Hey folks, Fat Guy Flies RC. All right, maiden time, and it's super windy. Of the top RC Swift. Now this is a jet powered power glider. Got the motor on top. Runs on a 4S. And it is like super windy. Now if you watch my radio and unboxing build and radio setup, I said I more than likely was going to put some markings on the underside, and on this side I went ahead and did it. And the underside, if you see, I kind of gave it a green, faded green look to help, that matches the green that's actually in the plane. Now yours may come with stickers for the underside of the wing. Mine didn't, so that's why I've got the green on there to help with orientation. She runs on 4S, anywhere from an 1800 up to a 2200, whatever you can really fit in here. It says up to 2600 if you can get it to fit in there. Plastic skid here, cooling for the ESC, plastic skids here, actual metal skid back there. And one cool thing is that the elevator is a full floating stab, and the rudder, everything is nice and contained within the body of the aircraft so that nothing is exposed. Get that. Got to get my rudder trim there. There we go. But I tell you what though, it is windy. Not necessarily a good day to maiden a plane, but I wanted to get this out. Anthony at FPV Builds and Tech sent this to me as an early Christmas present, and I said, well, I'm gonna get her in the air for you. Let me get the videos done. Oh, and by the way, just to let you know, at FPV Builds and Tech, I'm going to assume it's going to start right before Black Friday. But they're going to have their big Black Friday sale, and all their Dynam planes are going to be discounted, and they're going to come with a free battery. I don't know about his other branded planes, but I know he told me in an email that if I would mention it, that all the Dynam planes are going to be discounted, and they're all going to come with a free battery. So that's kind of cool. Because that's an expense. You buy a plane, you got to buy a battery. Well, now with this case, you're going to get a battery too. Now, back to this plane. This is the top RC Swift. Now, anytime you have any kind of a power source or a motor on top of a plane, when I give it gas, what's it going to do? Okay, it's going to force it down. So you have to keep that into mind whenever you're flying along and you want to, get out of Dodge real quick. So you're going to dive a little bit. Now, you could be, slick or swift and work a little elevator to throttle mix in there, but I prefer to do things by feel. And so just let you know, so don't, when you go to take off, just don't gun it, full speed, because you're going to dive on you. Okay, you're going to want to kind of go up and then ease into the throttle with enough throttle to get going, especially this wind, but kind of maybe no more than half throttle taking off. So, because otherwise, if you give her too much, she's going to want to dive on you. All right, let's get out here now. The nice thing, even though it's hurricane, even though it's like 15 to 20 mile an hour winds, it is right down the runway. So that does help for me, at least. All right, this is the Maiden. Right, left, up, down. Okay, and right, left. All right, so I've never flown this plane before. My timer is set for 3.5 minutes. And no AR-410 in there, so no kind of gyro or stabilization of any type. So let's see how she goes. All right, we'll talk about, I don't remember the numbers for CG, but we'll talk about that afterwards. Let me go ahead and check that, because you probably only one place you can even put the battery. I think she's going to be okay. All right. Well, see how she dives? Oh, she's fast. Oh boy, she fast. Need a little left aileron. Oh boy. This wind, she's a handful. But, good flying plane. Oh boy. Aerobatic big time. Aerobatic big time. Aerobatic big time. But she flies pretty good. I can just imagine how much fun she'd be on a calm day. I wouldn't know what that's like though. I told you in the build and the radio video. Inverted, no problem. Oh yeah, nice plane. But I think a gyro would be a big help though. It really would. Out of the power, just gliding her in. All right, that was my practice landing there, just to see how she reacts.
20 seconds.
Okay, okay, Australian lady. All right. Now that is what I call fun. Tell you what, that's a fun little plane. Now, that's going to freak you out, but look at the bottom of it. All that black, but all that black is only on the plastic. It ain't on the foam, okay? Tough little plane. Talk about a tough little plane. I tell you what, it got power. It's got some power. Kind of crunched my nose a little bit there, but I tell you what, yeah, I like it. This is fun. This is going to be a fun little plane to fly.
Motor off.
Motor off. I only had 1 second left on a 3.5 minute timer. Let me bring it to you. Now that, if you watch my build video, that motor just bolts right on. I mean, it's through the wing and there's a back wooden plate holding it in place, so I'm not worried about that motor coming out. I mean, it's on there. The whole wing would have to come off. All right, let's check our battery. And to show you where that battery sits, like I said, that's an 1800, and that's the only place it can go. I mean, you might be able to put a little more room back in there. There's no way I can check the speed on this thing because not enough room for me to put my GNS performance analyzer in there. So, but she's fast and light and strong and powerful and just cool. And there's carbon fiber throughout it. All the servos are metal geared servo. There are no plastic servos in this thing. It's got 3 different kinds of carbon spars. 4. One there, one there, one there. So 3 in the wing and 1 down almost the entire length of each aileron. There's the whole carbon spar goes through the length of the elevator, and there's 2 in the rudder. So very stout little plane. Very stout little plane. Now let's see how much juice it sucked. 19% left. Okay, so 3.5 minutes, really 3 minutes and 15 seconds on would be the safest thing on an 1800. If you put a if you could fit a 2200 in there, 3.5 minutes. Okay, battery is warm. Okay, well, that's a successful Maiden. ESC is slightly warm, not bad really. And kind of crunched my nose, but it'll be all right. I can just that's not a, I wish the nose had a hard plastic tip. That would be nice, but you got good cooling in there. And definitely, if yours doesn't come with some stickers or stripes underneath the wings. Something flew in my ear just now. A bug flew in my ear. But if yours doesn't, you definitely want to paint something on there. Now I just use a rattle can, Rust-Oleum, some called plastic coat. It just adheres to plastic. It's just got a Walmart. It's nothing special. But if you're going to use spray cans on any foam, you're going to waste a lot of paint because you can't get close. The propellant that's in regular rattle can spray paint will eat the foam. So what you got to do is you kind of have to spray at a distance and get a layer on there, okay? And then you can come back, once that first layer is on there, and you can come back and do a little more better detail. But highly suggest doing some sort of marking. Maybe put you some stripes, decals from another plane you didn't use, and then I gave her a clear coat just to seal all that in. But good flying little plane. Anthony, I like it. It's a lot of fun, and if it can handle this kind of wind, it can handle a nice calm day. You can just imagine how this thing's going to scream on a calm day. All right, folks, well, thank you so much for watching. God is good, and that is the Swift sent to me by FPV Bills and Tech Anthony up in West Babylon, New York. God bless y'all. God bless my viewers, and don't forget, faith, family, and friends, God is good, and that's the Swift. Bye-bye.